And hello everyone, and welcome back to a very beautiful flight. Because let's first nice little bit of haze, you can see. So let's go back fly first to the flight deck because it's a very special flight, I think. Because Cargolux fly not normally there to that destination from here. I saw when I was planning this flight plan, and Lufthansa 777 flew from there into here back. So but with a 747 at that airfield, the landing, I've calculated the landing already because it's a very short flight, only hop of 41 minutes. But it's a very small airfield, even for a 777. So yeah, 747 is of course much bigger than a 777. So let's then talk about this specific flight. So this flight has done in real life on 27th of December of 2023. It was from Campus to Curitiba. Yes, it was Curitiba. Average flight time 39 minutes, actual flight time 41 minutes. It was an early morning flight. It flew only at 32,000 feet, and then he was already descending in to the airfield. It's only 348 kilometers, so that is 500 miles, something like that in miles. And he was parked here. This is very weird because he was parked here. You can see here there's a jetway, so I think maybe he was connected to this jetway, but you can see here there's a lot of room to spare, and you can see here some roads and some storage space. Dus I think he was flew something special heavy to this airfield, because the neck view, you can see it here. It's a very crowded Brazilian town. You can see, and also here it's a very little airfield. This trip is even too small to land 747, and this runway with the current wind with auto brakes 4, we have only 520 feet to spare, so it was only, I think, auto brakes max, because you can see here some private jets stands, and for the 737s 800, 700 mostly some for coal, because they are having also the 737-700 in active dienst service. But the next flight, also beautiful approach airfield, is Quito, also my favorite one. It is in 5 hours and 9 minutes, and actual flight time 5 hours and 3 minutes. But he was after departure climbing straight out to flight level 430, and 747 fully loaded can really not fly for a flight of 5 hours immediately to flight level 430, mostly 5 hours fully loaded, 330, maybe 350, but that's it, and that's that climbs maybe to 410, especially not directly after takeoff to flight level 430. So I think it was then empty flew to Kyoto, and then you look at that, it's 4 hours and 36 17,000. Thus you can still see that there is some cargo in this flight. And that is also the normal things or standards route by Cargolux. They are flying mostly the times from here to Kyoto directly and not to this airfield. And then of course in this livery, so yeah, that was a win-win situation. So let's talk about the charts. So we are currently here at stand Mike 8. Then it is pushed back, I think, Kilo 2 Charlie Delta or Golf or even Lima 1 Mike Delta to runway 15. Taking off from runway 15 we have the Udo 1 Alpha RNF departure, runway 15. Yeah, also the departure is beautiful because we are climbing to 3,000 feet on a heading of 149, and then directly turn to the right to Ostio, on a heading of 235 to Kilo Papa 414 between 7,000 and 9,000. I fly with Avis, so let's see if they are giving us that to Kilo Papa 4142 flight level 110, and then to Kilo Papa 137 to flight level 170, and then on the back and then on heading 211 to Sofol C. So the weather, it's clear, it's 18 degrees, the wind is 120 by 6, air pressure is 1012, I think that is indeed on the airplane, so 10122, active sky says, so I will refresh flight radar 24 to see if that is indeed correct and if there is something changed with the wind, because I can change that on my laptop to the left. So that gives us Lima X-ray November Charlie Lima 77400 with the CF680C2B1F engines. Yeah, we are in Brazil, but Cargolux is an Europe flight, or a Europe operator. So we do it in kilos. I'm also in the meantime looking at the Europe football championship with football. Slovakia, Ukraine is now on my left screen, on my left TV. So I'm also looking at that in the meantime, because I flying in airplanes and football in Europe. Only with a motorcycle and drinking beer. More men like that will be nothing like that. So let's talk about the departure performance. So the winds are 120 by 6, temperatures 18 degrees, QNH is 1021 it was. So let's change or refresh flight radar 24 or 1012 is indeed correct. Yes, yes, it's now 1022 indeed. The winds are 60 by 10. It was 620 by 6. It's now 22 degrees, not 8 degrees. Also, alright. So, yeah. Let's request that on my laptop. So, update the weather source on my laptop to the left. So, let's see. There's no, it's quite safe. Also, the temperature is 48. Well, there's 139, 145. Yeah. So, yeah. So, with the conditions is changed, but for the calculations is they're not changed. So the takeoff weight is 287,649 kilos. Flaps optimum, thrust optimum, air conditioning on, anti-ice off. Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa runway 15, a little bit on an upslope of 0.3%, and then it is indeed plus 48 of a V1139, V1145, V2154, and an M169.6. Yeah, it says there 79.8 and a flaps 20. Yeah, so let's talk about then the complete flight plan. So we are Cargolux 6822. It's now 21 of January of 2024, but in the sim it is the date of the real flight on the real time. Althans, the real flight date and time from the real flight on 20 December 2023 is now the sim, but it's now 6 months later. So we are going from campus Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa to Sierra Bravo Charlie Tango on the 747-400, the Lima X-Ray November Charlie Lima, or the retro livery from Cargolux. Cost index, yeah, I cannot find the 747-400 Cargolux 400 cost index, so I will go with a default of 320. Yeah, indeed, with the ARF freighter with the CF6 engines, and maximum landing weight and maximum takeoff weight, so that is so we can immediately land if needed, and flight number 320, and a block fuel of 219,075 kilos. So then we are from Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa taking off runway 15 via the Solsudo 1 Alpha via Solsudo via airway Z85 to Rax It, and then via the Raxit 1 Bravo arrival ILS Z33 into Sierra Bravo Charlie Tango. So PAX is 5, yeah, 2 pilots, 1 cargo loader, and 2 reserve pilots for the longer flights. Cargo is 69.3, estimated of payload is 69.7, zero gravity weight estimated is 266.2, and the maximum for this flight estimated zero gravity weight is 288.0. The fuel we are estimated for 22.0, and the max is 44.4. Tonnage weight estimated will be 287.7, and the maximum is 209.9. Estimated landing weight is 279.9, and the maximum landing weight is 307.1. and we are with takeoff 200, 278.7. So we can immediately turn back if needed. And do we have on this 41-minute flight some turbulence? A little bit, very low. You can see even the winds are 33. Applying to flight on 320, you have a charge from 300. Yeah, it's only 34 knots of winds from the right, so nothing crazy there. Alright, so let's then let this. So, alright, so it's now by Slovenia, Ukraine 1-1 with the football. Because in Europe you have now the football championship of the best one of Europe. And this evening Netherlands will play at 9 o'clock this evening to France. Netherlands versus France this evening, so I'm also watching that. So let's clear this out and then let's go back into the flight deck and let's go to first the lower, this one. Alright, so let's do first the fuel. So that is then in kilos. Let's see, 21975, and that is even there is some fuel taken off from the airplane. Nice. And the payload is 66.1, and that is a load level of 90.2. So he was indeed almost fully loaded. Then let's do on this one the D-Link ACARS pre-fly. So we are going from Charlie Bravo Kilo Papa to Sierra Bravo Charlie Tango. It's only about 39 minutes of flight time. We are departing in just like 20 minutes, so 11:35. Cargolux. That was or Charlie Foxtrot, airliner ID and flight numbers Charlie Lima X-ray 6822. So let's D-Link that. Next page. Let's turn on seatbelt signs. So let's go and request our ground clearance on 121.900. So let's first listen to that. Into there. Takeoff.
Campinas ground, Cargolux 6822, heavy, IFR, reporting T-Bud, ready to cut.
Cargolux 6822, heavy, cleared to Fenix Airport and file. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 12000. Departure frequency is 121.4, squawk 0576.
Cargolux 6822, heavy, cleared to Fenix Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 12000. Departure on 121.4, squawk 0576.
Cargolux 6822, heavy, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
So, flight runway heading that was 149er, and then climb first flight level 120 and squawk 0576, and also ground is here on, so let's turn that one over, that we can request clearance if needed. So let's do lower ECAM, and let's go to the menu FMC index post. So Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa Kate Mike 8, the route then is going from Sierra Bravo Kilo Papa to Sierra Bravo Charlie Tango, company route we have, of course, as always, now, and then the flight number was Charlie Lima X-ray 6822, flight number, and we are looking for runway 15 for departure, so activate, execute on the departing of runway 15 via the one Alpha to EC, yes, this one, execute index arrival, and then we are looking into ILS Z. Let's see. Then it is ILS Yankee 33 via Aeronautics 1 Bravo. Trend altitude we have to get here. Not so execute lax. So let's check the route. So it's now back again 1021. Alright, so let's check the route. So climbing to 3000 to the right and then straight climb out. Let's do, if we do data on, yeah, or below, so that we can see the height restrictions. Yeah, check. And then, yeah, here, look at that. On heading mode, when we are climbing, I think even with ATIS, we will get an heading to fly manually into this star. So, yeah, so let's go back to the lower ICAM. So, with SIRS, we was 206.1, indeed, check. And ground gravity weight was 288, so it was 87.6, so that will do. So activate that. Then reserves. It's a very short flight, so if we need it, we can turn back to this airfield. So reserves will be 0. Cost index of 320, default 747 cost index. And he was climbing to flight level 320. Step size, yeah, it's a very short flight, so step size will be 0. Thrust limits, so we are looking for a temperature of 41 degrees. Select to climb open flaps 20 and let's set this on 800 and 1500, so 1500 and then 20/1055. The wind then is now 0, and it was up 0.3, yeah, up 0.33. Ground conditions are clear. GG then is 23, so let's put that then there in, and then V1 is 139, VR is 145, V2 is 154, yes indeed 154, so 154, 1, 5, 4, 2. Let's also reset this one. Back up, so 1, 5, 4, 2. And then also here in 1, 5, 4, 1, 5, 4. So flight directors are on, LNAV, VNAV are armed, yeah, and then also let's reduce our speed, because it says now here 360, so let's do 340 Mach, let's do 85. Trans altitude is that here 8,000. Alright, let's do that to 60 by 10,000, and then also cruise will be max 85. Yeah, we can also climb to fly level 393, and then in just 112 nautical miles we already have top of descent, so it's a very short flight, but with payload wise we are heavy, and then climbing or descending is Mach 84 points, let's do 330, and then the forecast there into Curitiba is 9,000. Alright, so let's set that there in, and then let's go that on progress, LX, and let's request our wind data. Yeah, it's a very short flight of 41 minutes, so I really need the wind data because it's a very short flight. So let's see. Yeah, here 50.1, 50.5, 60.0. So yeah, let's then also do directly load in the descent forecast wind data. Alright, he is in, so that one on LX, and then now we can close some doors so the fuel truck can go away. the forward afterward cargo. Then let's set the parking brakes. So this one can go on, auto or automatic on, and then let's turn for 1 second the storm lights on, and then yeah, external power 2 off because we cannot close the nose, and then we can now close the cargo door, and that will do of course from the outside, because 747 closing their nose door, that always have to be from outside, because that is of course very beautiful to see close those doors. So let's doors close all. Yeah, I said close all. Nose cargo door close. Yeah, I think we have also need the nose cargo door released, and then close. Yes, there it goes. Look at that. A smile of a 747. A 747 that smells. Oh, look at that. The sun on the side of the airplane. Look at that. Alright then. Look at that. Look at that. He's smiling. Nice. So, the doors are closed. It's going away. So let's get also rid of the stairs 1, and then we can set the parking brakes. All doors are closed indeed. This one can go to fuel plates for now for just a minute. And the trim was by take off to 5.2. So 5.2 into there. And then let's trim. So park brake is set. Let's check that packs of park. So packs of passenger signs on parking brakes is indeed set. So recall, and then let's go and start the APU. Look at that! How awesome! So I've also for the other airfields. Curitiba, paid airfield, but it's looking gorgeous of the screenshots. Even here, look at that, all those buildings over there, very sharp ground textures in the completely of Brazil, if you can hear. See, look at that. Look at that. I have the whole, Brazil full covered in photoreal scenery. I've also Argentine and Peru, Ecuador, Santiago. Yeah, Argentina is Buenos Aires, and also the Chile. Chile. I've also input the real scenery, but I have that not loaded in the sim because otherwise I have need just some more space on my C drive. Alright, so then let's go and start then now the APU. So 1, 2, 3, and let's listen to that. Alright, so the APU is, if you can hear, the on. Also the Parallel 32 have released now official the immersion pack for the A320, also for the Fenix tip. So I'm looking forward to that, to do a flight on very soon. So indeed, the APU is available. So APU Gen 1, 2 are on. APU bleed and do let's do all those 3 packs on because it is 24 degrees. Park brakes was set. So let's request or let's release the ground power and air conditioning unit and remove the wheel shocks. And this one can go on the Takeoff performance page, that on the leg page. Alright, so when that is going away, let's turn on those few pumps. Only on the center is nothing. So I think only main 3 and main 4 can go on because the overrides are also empty, I think. No. Alright, so then the APU or the engine packs are can go on because otherwise the engines will not start. And I have nothing forgotten. Alright, then let's go and let's request our taxi clearance.
Campinas ground, Cargolux 6822, heavy with Charlie, ready to taxi IFR.
Cargolux 6822 heavy, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 15 using taxiway golf Charlie. Contact tower on 118.25 when ready.
have to go Golf Charlie and then indeed runway 15. So then it will be nose right till left for the pushback, and then tower for departure will be 118.250. That is still there on when we are arriving in. So let's turn off the storm lights. Let's save the flight then for now, and then we can go and request pushback. Just a second. Yeah, there we go. So let's go and do the pushback. So let's go straight out and then tail right, nose left, and then let's use this scrolling route for pushback, and there we go. Alright, so let's go forward. We'll see. Look at that, those water marks on the ground. Alright, so look at that. You can see the ground marks on the ground, and then it is
ground to fly
weerspiegeling, reflecting underneath the airplane. Yeah, that was in Netherlands, weerspiegeling. So, contact ground. I am alive, so
go ahead.
Communication check, please unconfirm the brakes are set.
Parking signs on, parking brake set, APU is running, so the parking brakes are set.
Communications are okay and the brakes are set.
Thanks.
Alright, and then we can go back to over here, and then we are now ready for the pushback. Look at this one. Man, well, what an airplane. Look at those engines over there. Are massive. Alright, so yeah, so let's turn on the beacon light, and let's do the pushback.
We are ready for pushback and engine start, facing northwest.
Roger, facing northwest. Release brakes.
Check, parking brakes are released.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
Alright, pushing back. So let's turn on the transponder. Traffic, terrain right, traffic, weather left. Turn on the block time clock, of course. And there we go. Yeah, it's only 41 minutes, but yeah, it is a 747 flight. The last two flights of the legs will be going from Amsterdam to Milan, and then back from Milan to the home base of Luxembourg. So flying above the Alps, 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then to Luxembourg back. It is, or it was 1 hour or 51 minutes, so very short. So let's walk to the other side. Let's go to stand here on the sunny side. Look at that, the sun on those massive engines. Wow. So let's stand over here. Nice. And then let's turn off the packs, and let's go and start engine number 1 and 2. Oh, what a sound. Also, that one can now go back to the engine page. So we're looking for 20, ignition 1 and 2. Look at that. There's wing flags. Look at that, how nice. Some ring reflections on
Push back and
the
hold it. Set parking brakes, please.
wings from starting the engines. Alright, let's go to this side first. Alright, look at that. Yeah, park brakes set.
Parking brake set.
So
Roger.
auto brakes RTO, and then let's go start engine number 3 and 4. Look at that.
Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear.
Alright, so we can now go and disconnect. Also, let's put in the fuel.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand
Yes,
signals.
23, so ignition 3,
Thanks.
4.
Have a safe flight.
Alright, so those engines are also on. Yeah, you have the pins. The cutouts of engines 3 and 4. Let's go stand here. Yeah, look at that. Let's stand over here. Yeah. Look at that. What? Back. Yeah. So let's stand over here. Look at this. How big this airplane is. And then let's so the engines are on, so the packs can go back on. APU bleed off. Atronics 1 and 4 on auto. Engine start switches continuous for departure. APU is going off. And then let's set auto throttles are off indeed. Engine fuel tank to engine warning. Let's see. That is on. Let's that do on the status page, and then flaps 20. So 1, 5, 10, 20. And let's see those massive flaps coming down. Yes, so the flaps are down 20, and you can, or you had here also the view turning off with those beautiful buzzing sounds. So let's go a little bit back, yes, because I really want a little bit forward. Yes, Alright. So these are, of course, then the screenshots that I like take. Yes, this is awesome. Alright, so flaps 20, so let's check that in the cockpit. Flaps 20 need to check. So let's do, so flaps for takeoff are down at 20. So let's do a control check. So full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full back, neutral, full forward, neutral. Let's do on the rudder pedals. So full left, neutral, right, neutral. So they are checked. Let's see if the electric are on the buses. Indeed, check. So let's turn on the taxi light. Yeah. And yes. So then let's go and taxi to the runway. So parking brakes off, and there we go. Yeah, the airplane is light with fuel, but not with payload. But even with payload completely on 90.46% of load level, the airplane, yeah, you need a little bit thrust to roll the airplane. So the first one is Golf. Yeah, this one is Golf or Kilo 2, and this one here indeed is no, Golf is straightforward. Yeah, straightforward on Golf, and then here to the right of Delta. Yeah, the North Shore Delta runway 15 it was. Alright, so yeah, you can see here also on the end of the runway, it's going downhill here, very beautiful. Yes, yeah, max 10 taxi speed, so let's go here to the right. I have seen this airplane in real life 2 weeks ago at Schiphol, taxiing in Van die Polderbaan via the famous Polderbaan hekje, it's called in the Netherlands, in a chosen name of a hekje. Yeah, it's a guard rail, I think it is, in real life, because when you are taxiing from the Polderbaan landing into Amsterdam to the stands or gates, it is a very long taxiing, and then they are having some road between in the middle of some farm fields that is going in the taxi way, and you have there a beautiful cap. It's only for emergency vehicles, but you can there stand without a car. So I am going with transit, with train and bus, and then without a car or bike you can stand there with no problems at all. So let's park brakes on, taxi light off. So and when I was there, the first airplane that was coming was this one. So very nice. Then always when I'm sitting in the bus, I'm not looking on flight radar 24 what I'm missing because otherwise I will disappoint it. But the second airplane after this one was Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Delta, and the 777-300 from KLM, the Sky Team livery, and also of course first day of 25 of January of this year, 2024, will the 777-300 came out from PMDG for Flight Simulator 2020. Of course, the Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Alpha, the Orange Pride, will be first. With a friend of mine, Flight Simulator flying together. Then, of course, with Withvoice because I'm flying with him. And then, of course, the Sky Team livery will be next. One thing for sure. So parking brakes on, taxi lights off. So let's go to 118.250 for our takeoff clearance.
Campinas Tower, Cargolux 6822, heavy, ready for IFR departure, runway 15. Cargolux.
Yes, there we go.
Heavy, cleared for takeoff.
So, take off.
For takeoff, runway 15.
So, taxi lights on, internal lights on. We are in Brazil, so only let's do these strops on. Parking brakes off. Auto throttle on. Engine to fuel tank is checked. And in the air we can manage that manually. Little up. Alright, so let's do some thrust in. Let's listen to those sounds outside. Yes, look at that. Alright, 15 approaching indeed confirmed. So let's stand on the runway first. Look at that, you can see some light of haze in the air. Very beautiful to see.
On runway 15.
Check on runway 15. So let's hold short here for just a second. Yeah. And let's do the landing lights on. Let's take a screenshot outside. Look at that, how awesome. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go to this side. And let's go take off. So yeah, so let's go. Thrust set, start the flight time clock, auto throttle on.
80 knots.
80 knots, check.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
V2. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Look at the shadows of those so look at the shadows on the of the airplane. Look at that. Alright, so let's do the 3,000 feet already. So let's do those turn to the right. We are climbing. Speed check flaps 10. Alright, that was fast. Speed check flaps 5. Yes, look at that, son. let's go and speed check flaps 1. And let's stable first. And then speed check flaps up. Let's fly for a little bit with hand. Let's go a little bit up. Nose. Beautiful 260. Climbing beautiful. A little bit to the left. Because we have 40 knots of tailwind from the left behind us. VNAV PAP speed. LNAV. Let's do standard pressure. Let's do flight level change to flight level 120. Climb. Alright, so let's turn off the landing lights or the landing gear. Right, so 10,000 feet, so let's turn on the autopilot. Let's do weather radar left. Data can also now turn off. Fuel imbalance. They are on. Leave. So let leave the engine page on the lower display. So progress lags. So 10,000 feet, so not only the landing lights will turn off and the taxi light can go off, and such as continuous can turn off, seatbelt signs can off, no smoking on auto, so landing gear up and off and flaps up. Alright, and then we are coming up on flight level 120. So let's go to heading 230 and then let's go to 100 into there on the right. So yeah, so we have already contact with Curitiba Center. Also coming up on flight level 120. Yeah, and there we go. So let's go all the way up to 2,000 feet. Flight left change for the moment. And let's go turn left heading of 180. 180 check, heading select. Alright. Oh, look at that. Oh. Amazing. Yes. A little bit. Yes. Look at those ring flags. So nice. Alright. So how we are doing. So we coming up, I'm heading 180. So let's zoom a little bit out to see where we are going to. I think I'm also going No wait, I will, let's do climb first to flight level 320, and then I will see if there is something changed with the winds or performance for the landing. Turn right heading 240. Let's also do VNAV, or no, LNAV heading select. Yeah, for thrust, REV, VNAV, speed heading select. Alright, of course, let's save also the flight for now. Let's wait for just a second. And then I will have a look on my laptop what the current radar is in Curitiba. Alright, so open climb 20,000 feet heading 240 in. Alright. So open climb. Yeah, let's do flight level change 340. Also, view override 2 is already empty because we are very short flight for 747. You can see even there the top of descent is coming up, so yeah, let's leave it on, and then of course heading 240, so heading hold, flight level change 340 to 20,000 feet, check. So yeah, we are on open climb. And let's go turn left heading 215 and back on. And navigation, so 215 into there, heading select. Also the overrides 2 and 3 are empty. Let's turn, yes, the few are looking fine and good for now. So let's go back on track, do the first waypoint, and let's go then also to LNAV and VNAV back. Yes. So 2,000 feet, over 20,000 feet. So I hope that we are going to climb just a second. Yes, there we go, all the way up to flight cruise level of 320. So 320 and activate thrust, REV, LNAV, VNAV speed. Heading of 213. Oh wait, yes, activate that. Look at those massive engines are rocking out and screaming. Beautiful. So of course you will see on this channel a lot of 777s 300 flying in Flight Simulator 2020. I saw on the screenshots or video page from the official release video from PMDG that their windows are opening and that the tablet is not inbuilt, but it's kind of an default tablet, not specially inbuilt in the airplane itself. So that is different. The windows are can open in real life. There are windows from the 777, I think, can also be opened. but that cannot impaired. And then of course is the question in the flight simulator if the sound will change, that you can hear the sounds, of course beautiful when they are starting the engines. And of course with parallel 32 you have those rain effects kind of stuff. Tablet engines or windows are opened, weather radar, so I think the 777 is quite completely finished, I will say. So also let's go a little bit to the right, let's see, to heading 240 I think it is. Look at that, we are almost 12 minutes in the air and we are currently almost flying at flight level 260. Yeah, we are light with fuel. Of course not with the payload, because we are with payload quite heavy. It was something 90% it's. So yeah, it's quite heavy. So let's see. Enable cruise flight level 320. Yeah, because I think the speed it is. So let's do then flight level change to max select of 83, and then Mach 830 climb. And then climb 830, and then let's do it by descent. Mach 800, do 280 because we are very light with. Yeah, look at that. Top of descent and top of climb are very close. And now they are gone. So yeah, let's reduce the max speed. Max 7.8. Let's see how the airplane is going leveling off in just a second. So Mach 7.8, Mach 7.80, 7.80. Let's do then now 260. Yes. Yeah. 287. 80 in there. Execute LX. Alright, so there we are. Let's go back on VNAV, LNAV, reset MSP altitude because we are already have to go to descent. Let's go here to heading 250. So there we are, flight level 320. So I will stop recording and going immediately back recording into the flight deck. So I will see you all tomorrow and for me in 1 second. So tjus, doei.